Hello everyone. So once again, good evening. So we shall start now. Uh, so for the doubts of previous class, we'll take it towards the end of the session. So first, we'll start with uh, by telling what will be done in this practical session. So there will be every week there will be practical session on Wednesday from 5 to 7, right? So uh, so there will be practical session from 5 to 7 p.m. every Wednesday. Then what the weightage of it in the overall course, right? Uh, what is the weightage of it? 15 marks. 15 marks is the weightage. Am I right, or it is some other number?
It's 15.
Okay. So uh, we have decided to break these 15 marks uh, into three kind of assignment, three kind of things. One is your assignment and your reports, and that is coding assignment and reports that are to be submitted every week. Uh, Second is there will be two vivas taken throughout the course uh, of this session. So some of you will be given some names. How the vivas will be conducted, I'll come to that in a minute. So third thing is voluntary. So as in the last time, you you guys volunteered and explained to all of the class uh, some concepts, some codes uh, that were given to you as assignment. So in this also you will get marks for that. That is not for free at any at any condition. So now how these 15 marks will be distributed. So assignments carry all of the marks. Let me tell you, assignment carry 100% of these 15 marks. Right now, once you submit the assignment, after that your viva will be taken. So only two vivas throughout the whole semester. Only two vivas will be taken. Now these vivas will be on the basis of what you have submitted. If you have submitted all the things correctly, uh, as instructed, then no problem. You'll get 100% marks. But if you are failing to explain that in your viva, then you will be penalized. How you will be penalized, that will be solely decided by us, and we are not revealing it in the advance, right? Uh, so third thing is volunteering. Now, if you are penalized in Viva, so anyone can get penalized. So if something is not stuck to you at that time, then you might uh, lose your marks. But volunteering will help you there. If you volunteer regularly in the class, take active participation in the class in this session, then you will get some marks that will also be decided by us. So assignment again 100%. Viva, if you are not able to explain what you have submitted, then you will be penalized. uh, if you are actively participating in the class, then you will be given given some marks for that, right? Yeah. Which will be compensatory for the penalization in Viva, if it would be any. I cannot guarantee any bonus marks, so I'm keeping this 100% marks to assignment. Right. So uh, next about how Vivas will be conducted. So like today you have first assignment. Am I still audible to all of you now?
Yes, sir.
Until until now, anybody have any confusion or any doubt, uh, you can tell to me.
So for every assignment, we will have two vivas,
No, and
or the whole semester we have.
whole semester you have two vivas. Whole semester.
Okay, so like more than one assignments will be asked in a viva, right?
That what will be asked in the viva cannot be revealed now. So
Okay.
anything can be asked, but it will not be out of assignment. That's for sure. So how the viva will be conducted? Now I'm telling you that. So viva, for example, you are getting assignment in this session, and you have to submit it. I think it is most probably Tuesday night, Tuesday night of next week, 11:59 p.m. So that next Wednesday will be having some vivas. Uh, so those students who will be having vivas on that day will be informed Wednesday morning. So who are going to have viva on that Wednesday. So in advance uh, we are not going to tell you that your viva is on is for this assignment or that assignment. So your viva is scheduled for Wednesday morning only. Will be told to you on that Wednesday morning. Only. So that will be the case. So it is not it will be not surprise like we will come to the class and then tell you that these students will be having viva today. No, you'll be informed prior, and if you are not available in case, so you can tell us uh, in prior, by any means of communication. You can tell on the MS Teams or whatever. But these, if you do not give viva, then it is trouble for you. You cannot every time make uh, excuse for not giving the viva. So one time it is okay for some urgent reason only. Like we might ask for the proof of the urgent reason that you might have. Okay, so we have to show it to ma'am also. So we might ask you for that. So that's how viva will be taken. So during while the session will be running, some of the students who will be having Viva will be asked to join another meeting link one by one, where Viva will take place. And in this session, we'll continue with the explanation of the assignment that will be held. Now, how do you have to submit the assignment and codes, that I'll tell you through the course of this session as we discuss the assignment first. Okay. So the first assignment is this. The so all of you have gone through the assignment, or you are seeing it for the first time here only. When did you receive the assignment?
We are seeing it for the first time.
Okay. So you don't have PDF of it.
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm putting the PDF in the. Ridhima, can you please put the PDF in the chat box?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. So does anybody have doubt in how the evaluation will take place? Yes, Tejas. Do you have any doubt?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I was from batches, so I am just learning the C++ language. So it may not be possible to share my code at that time also. But if I am asking doubts regarding that, will that be also counted in the volunteering?
Yes, asking doubt will also be counted in voluntary. Right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Is it necessary to give Viva from the next class? Uh, what do you want, Aryan? Can you please elaborate your question? Hello, Aryan. Can you unmute yourself and elaborate your question?
Sir, is it necessary to report in the morning from next class? That's my first assignment.
So, what, Nidima, would you like to take that?
I didn't. What is your question? Is it necessary to give Viva from next class? Yes, you have to explain your assignment. That's it. That's all.
So after two class, uh, my Viva will be complete.
Viva will be complete.
After two consecutive classes of Viva.
It
So,
is not up to you. We'll give the list of the students who have to, like, will be asked questions, who will have their Viva on Wednesday. They'll get those their name and the morning itself on Wednesday only. So it's not up to you. You cannot
Nidi-
volunteer for the private.
Okay.
You can volunteer here in the tutorial.
Nidima, your voice was unclear. Can you repeat what you said? Question?
Am I audible now?
Yeah, yes, it's better.
Aryan, you can volunteer here in the tutorial session. You cannot volunteer for the Vivas. That list of students who have their Viva on Wednesday, we'll share the list in the morning itself. So, are you clear?
Okay, okay. Understand.
Okay, so we are giving you 5 minutes to read the first question and think about a solution of it, like how you are going to approach to the first question. So you have to in this determine the number of uh, terms required in this Maclaurin series, so that the number of significant uh, figures of cos x are 8, where x is given. So you have to write particular C++ or C program, find out that. So we are giving you uh, 5 minutes to read and understand the problem, apply your thinking, then we'll discuss how to approach this problem. Is that fine with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
RJ, we have to submit it on Tuesday midnight, most probably.
Deadline will come on the Moodle, so you don't need to worry for it. So everybody did read the question. So would someone like to explain the question to the class? What the question is asking?
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Sir, means what I understood is we need to find the number of terms to approximate cos x in 8 significant figures. So what I was thinking is I can run a loop to number means how many number of terms I want
I don't see.
that
I
should be
don't
in,
want solution now. See.
yes.
Wait. Okay. Can you just explain me the question? What the question is asking me to do?
Means we need to find the number of terms so that we can get the value of cos x in 8 significant figures.
Yes.
And for approximation means 0.3 pi value we can use for x. That
Okay.
is the question.
So what do you mean by when you are saying up till eight approximate significant? Okay. Eight significant digits you want? Can you?
Means for example, if I take only first first term, so the answer would be 1. So that is one significant figure. If I take two terms, 1 minus x square by 2 factorial. So there may be somewhat less significant figures than 8. But when I increase the terms, then the number of significant figures can increase. So I think that is the thing.
So what you said is that initially there are one initially there is one significant figure in this. 1 second. Let me write. Cos the expansion of cos x is 1 minus x square by 2 and so on. So initially there is one significant figure. Then there may become by adding this term there are some significant figures which increase from 1, but they are certainly eh, greater than 1, and you are saying that they are less than 8. Number of significant figures in 1 minus x square by 2 may be less than 8. Is that what you are saying, Talker?
Yes, sir. But what I realize is it would also depend on the value of pi, what we are taking.
Yes.
It will also depend on pi.
Yes, it depends on pi. What should we keep the value of pi? Yes. So we take whatever is variable is present in C++ language or C language. There is some default value of pi. That we will use that value only. So you can Google it. There will be some value of pi which will be there in C or C++. So do a quick Google search and find out how do you write pi in C or C++, because pi, the expansion of pi is up till in millions of places, 3.14 and so on. So you can see here, yeah, the first 10 digits. So first 10 digits are here only. So if we do its square, then there will be more significant digits. So there will be more than 8 significant digits even in the second term only, and there will be more significant digits uh, in later part of it. So you have to now let me tell you what the question is asking. So you have to find out like 3.14. Suppose forget about this cos x for a moment. Let us take the value of pi only for an example. So pi value is 3.142 whatever it is there, 14159. Actual value up till up till up till six significant figures, right? Now what we usually take the approximation is 3.14. So these are three significant figures only. We are not taking five significant figures, we are taking only three significant figures here, five or six. Uh, so now you can also could take it as 3.13, but that is not correct. So as the terms will get on adding to this, its value will be more close to cos of that particular number. So you have to find when will the first eight uh, significant digits will be correct. By correct, I means its error is lesser than that particular than of those particular eight digits, eight significant digits. So it consists of infinite uh, numbers, right? Infinite numbers in the mantissa. All of you know what is mantissa?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, now.
Yes, sir.
So but there will be correct digits. To find out the correct eight digits first, we have to do that in the question. We have to add the terms till first eight digits are correct in this. So is the question clear now?
Yes, sir.
So how will you approach it?
Sir, hello, am I audible?
Yes. That
Sir, we may try that in the class we were taught one formula in which we can write the number of significant figures. So we get an upper bound on the approximate error in that case.
uh,
It was
so which formula are you talking? Which was formula?
it was shared the error the upper bound of the approximate error was 0.5 into 10 to the power 2 minus n. I think I don't remember the name.
Okay.
Scaberg formula, something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Uh, okay, so by putting 8 here, number of significant figures, we can get the upper bound of the approximate error. Then we can run our loop in which we get a term and its last term, and we take the difference and divide it by the new term. Then we can calculate the approximate error, and when it will be below the bound of that given upper bound, then we can say we have got the number of terms.
Yes. That is correct. What's your name?
Ayush.
Ayush. Okay. Good, Ayush. So what he's telling is that once you know the number of significant digits in the mantissa, then you can apply this particular formula to find out error. That error will be 0.5 times 10 to the power 2 minus t, where t is the number of significant digits. So if the error, now what do you mean by error? Someone can explain me what is mean by the error and how many kinds of error are there?
So truncation and round off.
Location and
Truncation, round off, and and
Manual errors.
yeah, manual errors. Yes. So these are all the kind of error which are used in representation of numbers. Like we are representing 3 pi as 3.14159 up till significant figures here, and here only tell three significant figures. So these are the errors related to the uh, representation. Now, the errors can be actual errors, like errors in the quantities. There can be difference in the quantities. So based on that, there may be a true error, that is deviation of a particular quantity uh, with a with actual quantity, right? True, true error, and there may be a relative error. That is, you are giving two quantities and finding out the relative difference between them. That is, suppose there are two quantities x1 and x2. So the relative error will be x1 minus x2 mod. So either this may be greater or this may be greater, but on that gives a difference. How much they are far from each other. Now in true error we have a particular fixed thing, fixed value, which is a true value, x true, and there is some quantity which we calculate or which we find out. Like in this, cos of x is the actual quantity, and we are finding out, we are approximating it by this series. So we can take only finite number of terms, we cannot take infinite number of terms. So given the infinite number of terms, how how much we are taking initially. Suppose this we are taking this quantity 1 minus x square by 2. So this is x1, 1 minus x square by 2, right? So so the difference between the true value and this value is called the true error. So it may be also written like a mod only, like uh, so it can be anything, not 1 minus x square by 2, but it can be, you can add one more term and one more term and so on. You can do all that like that, right? So uh, what next we have to do is, this is error by a particular standard formula, that given significant digits you can find out how much error is allowed. Okay, so first, uh, what we have to do is that we have to find the correct number of terms, so that 8 significant digits are correct. Mm, so we can define a temporary variable, or I'm not giving out solution here, but I'm just telling you the path which you have to follow, that you can store this uh, whole store all of this in a particular variable, the sum, and check the difference between the cos of 0.3 pi and this and the sum which you have calculated till now, and in the loop you can check the difference between that and get the true error. So the true error will be, should be less than this. You have to iterate in the loop till till you have true error less than this. So I I suggest all of you to try it out, and if you are facing any problem, you can ask it. So I'm giving you 5 minutes to think about it. If you have any doubt related to this, ask me now or ask me later whenever you have that doubt. Right? So anybody have any doubt? Hello, are you all there? Yes, you can. Yes, Kunal, go ahead.
So, sir, in the formula 0.5 into 10 raised to power 2 minus t, we have to put t is equals to 8, right?
Yes, yes, you have to put. So Aryan, don't share your code in the chat box. The, you don't have to share your code. Right? Nobody have to
This is
share
old.
your code with
This is
anyone.
this is old code of date 18 August 2021.
Yes, yeah.
This is old code. This is previous.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. No issues, no issues. Kunal, do you have any doubt, sir?
No, sir, no, sir. Hello, hello, am I
Y-
audible?
y- yes, Ayush.
Sir, I had a doubt in that formula, the upper bound of the error. In that, the error was upper bound was for the approximate error, right?
Uh, yes, yes. It was approximate error. Yes, approximate or relative error.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes, Prakash.
uh, sir, can we do it like that? Like we have that cosx function in the math library of C++. So we have the true value, and let's say we find the value of cosx using the series for like n terms, and then we like find the error between the cosx value that we have found through the math library of C++ and the series, and the difference between them must be like less than 0.000 till the eighth term significant digits, and then we can find the value of n through that.
Eh,
I think it would work.
Okay, cool. Thanks, I'll try that.
But Prakhar, you would need to set a tolerance value to it, and all the calculations, like answer of each iteration. Prakhar, I
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Uh,
answer of each iteration should be like at least up to 9 decimal places.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
then you can.
We can have like a long double type of
Yes,
value.
yes. Or you can just
Uh,
use set
yeah,
precision.
yeah. And ma'am, we would be like needing the particular value of x too. So we can take that one x given in the equation, 0.3 pi.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
So anybody have any doubt in the question, or shall we move to second question? So we are moving to the second question. So this is also a similar question as to previous question. So I advise all of you to read the question in 2 minutes or so. After that, uh, we'll discuss what is there in the question. Right. Hello everyone, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So someone would like to explain what is there in the question? Hello. 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 Did all of you read the question?
Anyone who wants to volunteer for the second question?
Sir, actually, I have a doubt. What does the single precision means here?
Uh, so single precision just means that you have to use float here instead of double. Like in C++, there are two data types for
Yeah.
storing your. So the single precision means you have to use the float, not a double. If you just Google out float, it will come out as a single precision decimal, right? That is. So I'll explain the question to all of you. So this is the series sigma 1 upon I to the power 4 from I varies from 1 to n, and this is a given a function of this is given a form of function such that you put an argument n and you get the sum till n terms. Okay, its value converges to pi to the power 4 divided by 90 as n approaches infinity. So basically, you are asked to calculate first, starting from the first term, like uh, from the 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon 2 to the power 4 plus 1 upon 3 to the power 4 and so on till 10,000 term. And and at each iteration, you have to calculate the true error and the relative error. All of you by now know what is true and relative error. Uh, is there any problem in that?
No, sir.
No.
So by each case you mean only two cases, or in from 1 to 10,000 all the times?
All the times you have to calculate.
So that means
Okay.
we first have to calculate the summation for when
Yes.
we are incrementing the value of I and when we are decrementing the value, and
Yes.
then comparing it with the true value.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That is true error. And in the relative error, uh, you have to uh, compare the two, two consecutive values of loop. Like you are calculating from ith loop of the ith loop, then you have to compare it with I minus 1th what you have calculated. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So so from starting from 1 to 10,000 you have to do that, and same thing from in the reverse order, 10,000 to 1. Now here I want to make some points clear regarding how you have to write the assignment and also so on. So one second. Pardon me. So sorry guys. So what you have to do in the assignment? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
So,
So you have to comment your code first thing first. Whatever you are writing, if that is not very trivial, you have to comment it. Now, if you don't comment your code, you'll get a 0 in your assignment if not commented. Right? If your code is not commented, then you will get a straight 0 because it will feel like you have cheated from someone else and not written your own code that you are supposed to do. Right? Second thing, what you have to do is make a report with uh, all the questions in it. Like one thing you are writing the code and where you'll report your results. So in this report, you have to uh, articulate your results and take some inferences out of it. What you understand from those results. Are you able to give answer satisfactorily give answer of the question asked in the assignment or not? Right. So you have to write your observations. Observations means whatever you get from the code. That is these values of various iteration. You are doing in the iteration in this, right? So for each iteration, you can write your results, or you can make your results something more informative and so on. Like I'm not here to tell you how to make a report. So I'm just telling you what should be there in your report. Like your observations should be there in the report. Like uh, some of the results from your code and inferences. Inferences should be there. Uh, what do you mean by inferences? That you whether you are able to successfully give answer of the question asked or not. Uh, that you have to keep in mind. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anybody have any doubt in how you have to make the report or uh, how you have to write your code?
So can you
So you
explain
can,
the question again, please?
yeah. So in this question, as I said, you have to use a float. In this no double, you have to float data type. You have to store your decimal number in that, and you have to uh, make a function which takes the sum, which finds the sum till nth series, and you have to calculate the difference between the true value and the value which you find out at each iteration. You have to do that. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Hello, sir.
yeah.
Sir, in this question, if we have to calculate error in all 10,000 cases, so how will we explain the result? I mean, won't that be a lot of data?
Yes, there will be a lot of data. In that case, you can just paste the link of the spreadsheet. You'll take it in some spreadsheet only, na? That your results for this will be in some spreadsheet. You can paste the link of spreadsheet that you are going to work in your report. Will that be fine?
Okay, sir.
Hello.
So and you can also say it like that. You after 10,000, you have got the overall error as this much percent, and the relative error overall this much percent.
Sir, I think this will be better to compare the
Yeah,
last result.
yeah. You have to do that. That वो तो करना ही है, मतलब उसके साथ साथ मतलब सारे भी करके एक स्प्रेडशीट में जस्ट है करके उसका लिंक प्रोवाइड कर देना.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Someone was asking me doubt.
Sir, sir, f of n is equals to pi raised to 4 by 90 as n approaches infinity. तो उसको एज अ ट्रू वैल्यू लेना है.
Yes, yes, you have to take it as a true.
ओके सर.
Excuse- Sir,
Yes, you are
sir,
not.
actually my data is about to finish, sir. So do we have to attend the whole classes? Actually, I have limited data, sir. It is also about to finish.
You can just write it on to like the chat and address it to ma'am. That, and you may leave then.
Yes, ma'am. I have written already.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure. We are recording the attendance, so like from the next lab, you can use some other Wi-Fi connection or, if it is possible, some other data pack.
So what I suggest is, Vishal, you for this class it is okay that you are having problem and you cannot attend it further. For the further classes, if it is not possible for you to attend the class till end, you can just write to ma'am and take a written permission from ma'am, or a mail would do. By written permission, I mean only mail. That you write a mail to ma'am addressing your issue, and ma'am will reply. Or if ma'am replies okay, then we'll go with it. Like, is that clear, Vishal?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
For this class, you can do.
Sir, actually, right now I have some of the data, so till it will be not finished, I will attend. But after it will be finished, then it is not possible for me to attend that.
Sure, sure, no issues, no issues. Sure, welcome to attend. Yes, Prakhar, you have to submit a file with the code, which will be a text file or .cpp file, and another file will be a Word doc, which will be containing all your reports and results. Uh, and you can also give a link of some spreadsheet in that report if it is required, and so on. So is it clear, Prakhar, now? You may respond in the chat box or unmute yourself.
Can you please repeat it again?
Yeah. So what you have to do is, one is you have to submit a code file, that will be either CPP or a C file. You have to submit one is that. Second is you have to submit a Word doc or a PDF which contains your report. Right. The 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 report may contains your results, right? So you may need to paste the link of some spreadsheet or s- something related, or Google Sheet, whichever is suitable to you, to report your results. If the data is very large, if the data is small only, so you may just write it in the report only. So you may also paste some of the graphs of the error and so on. If you don't want to uh, is write all of the data, you can just plot plot it plot the graph of it. Like the error values were 10,000 in that second question, so in that case you may also plot the graph of it and just give the graph, and that will be fine, completely fine. Hope that is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so any doubts in second question now? So we'll wait for 5 more minutes for second question, and then we'll move to next question. Okay.
Prakhar, you don't need to explain the whole code. Like you don't need to explain the invariant condition, etc. But you like should explain the method. What is like in these questions, what is truncation error and how you have chosen the tolerance, etc. So, theory part should be there.
Ma'am, the thing which you said about the explanation, we have to add this in comment, no? In when we are where we are writing our code.
Okay, okay. So you are asking that if you have commented your code, then also you need to explain it in the doc.
Yeah.
A brief explanation of the concepts would be better, I think. For example, you're doing you're writing a program on God's elimination. So a brief theory of what God's elimination is, like a very brief theory, I think it would be better if you add it. You won't be explaining Gauss elimination in the comments, no? Do we have to submit one code file for each question? Yes, you have to submit one code file for each question and one report for the whole tutorial. There's no hard and fast rule for the report, like uh, you have to do this and you have to do that. Your report should be like it should explain everything that you've done in the code. That's it, and the results. So you don't have to write everything that's in the book. You don't have to copy it. Just a very brief idea of what you are doing. That's it. Yes, Shringi, you were saying something.
Eh, Yes, I was referring to doctor's question. Yes, you have to make only one report file for all the questions. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, sir.
So since there is no doubt in question number second, so we'll move to question number third. Okay. So I again suggest you all of you to read the question for 2 minutes and then we'll discuss what is asked in the question. So did everybody read the question? Hello, are you all there?
Yes, sir.
So did you read the question?
Yes, sir.
So would you like to explain to the class?
Sir, I think the methodology for this would be that because you have to calculate the square root, then the base condition we have to define that the that a is a positive number. So whenever that condition is false, we'll give it a zero, the return value, and whenever a is positive, we'll first define the tolerance value that has been given, and we can start with the base condition of uh, x equals to a by 2, and then we can define the expression that is given as x plus a by x by 2, and then we can uh, iterate upon it.
Okay, okay, that was pretty much correct. Good timing. So, so basically, what you have to do in this question is that you have to find a square root of a number. Now, square root of a finding a square root of a number. How do you actually find out square root of a number? Can you, in someone of you, tell how do you actually find out the square root of a number? Hello.
Sir, apart from Hanon's approximation, right?
Apart from whatever you know, you just tell me whatever you know. I am not to this particular course only. In general, I'm asking general question.
The long division method.
By the long division method, you find out the square root, right? So, is it really possible to do the long division method in the computer?
No, not
See,
really.
no, it is not possible to do it on the computer, right? So, what computer we need to find some alternative methods to find out the square root of a number. And for like, I'm not going into history, like, but just you all know that fact that humanity has find out some ways to do this, some other ways other than the long division method. Some the methods called iterative methods, that you iterate and iterate, and you will converge to the square root of that particular number. Or for that matter, square root is one of the example. You can, there are some of other implicit function which are difficult to find. For that, iterative methods are very useful. So this question is not just important for the case of this for this question, but uh, as the course proceeds, you will learn more about these iterative methods in the later part of the course. So I just wanted to make that point. So here it is one of the famous method, the divide and average method, uh, which was used in olden times to find out the square root by iterative manner. Okay, so you have to find out, suppose, square root of a. So you do x equals to x plus a by x divided by 2 again and again and again until it reaches some uh, tolerance value. So you can see this is some tolerance is given as 10 to the power minus 6 here. So this is relative tolerance, not not true error. This is relative error. So you have to take, suppose you are iterating it again and again. All of you know how to iterate, and the point of giving this question is not to make you write, just make you write the code, but to understand uh, why we are doing it and till what end we have to do it. Suppose you have to find square root of 5. So we are first calculating the next the square root as x equals to 5 plus uh, initial value is given as 0.005 x0. You have to take this. So 0.005 plus 5 divided by 0.005. So when you calculate its value, so it will come out to be some number. Then again you put that number into this, and so on. You put the loop and uh, do it till you converge till this relative error value. Okay, so you have to do it like this. And as you did in the previous question, you have to write the true error and the approximate relative error. This is relative error only, that is just written a different name, but it is relative error only, and you have to convert it into percent, that is you have to multiply it by 100. The relative error multiplied by 100 gives you a, a percentage error. Okay, so, and hope I am clear by this. If anybody one have any doubt till now, so you can go ahead.
Sir, we need to find the relative error in each iteration or the final one.
See, what is asked in the question. You have to find true percent relative error and approximate percent relative error as a function of iteration step. So for each iteration step, you have to calculate that, and you have to plot it. Whenever you are asked to uh, find a function of something, either you find it in a closed form, that is x square, sin x, cos x. These are closed form function. Suppose there is some series that is some open end function. You cannot imagine how that is going, but you can always plot it. So by plotting, it is very much clear that how it is varying with iteration steps. So, so for each iteration step, you have to calculate its value and plot it, and and uh, report it in the report.
Okay, sir.
So I advise all of you to think about this question for 5 minutes, and if you have any doubts, ask. If no, then we'll wrap up today's session after at 6:30. Okay.
So,
Yes. Yes,
so
ma'am.
where do we have to submit this?
Yeah, you have to submit it on Moodle. Ma'am will create a submission link on the Moodle only. So you have to submit it there.
Sir, in a compressed folder, right?
Yeah, in a zip file. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
That if we have, I mean, if we want to include some type of graph, then it has to be kind of a approximate graph, right? Rough graph.
What do you mean by approximate graph?
I mean, if there are a lot of values and we know the pattern that it is increasing, so we can make an approximate graph. The data is, I mean, there's a lot of data.
So these are computer generated value, not experimental values. So whatever graph is there, you just put whatever values are there, you just put it into the Excel and just draw the graph. Uh, all of you know how to use Excel, right? Uh,
Sir, how to send the values from C++ to Excel?
how to send the values. So y- you can Google it out. It is available on the Google, like, and you will find on the GFG or some other tutorials point. You will find it out.
Or even a simpler method, you can just output the values and you can copy paste in the Excel.
But yeah, but that might be tedious if there are 10,000 values or there are more values. So I suggest you learn that method from the Google itself, or I'll send you a YouTube video that how to send some values from C++ to Excel file. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, in question number 3, we need to iterate till we have the tolerance 10 raised to minus 6. Then we need to stop, right?
Yes, you have to stop. Yes. That it is relative error. Uh, Keep that in mind.
Yes.
Sir, in question number third, uh,
Yes.
sir, we have to take tolerance as constant of 10 raised to power minus 6, or we have to define it as a variable so that we can define it later.
So that depends on you, whatever you want to do. But it in the question it is 10 to power minus 6, so it will be checked with 10 to power minus 6 value only. But But like if you want to define it as a variable, it is completely your wish. No issues in that. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Sir, I had a doubt. Am I
So Ansari, you may define a value a variable a is equals to 5, and then write a instead of 5. So would there be problem in that? Like, would it make much difference in your code? So it will be more general in that sense that you are defining a is equals to 5. Uh, like you can write any number with that.
Sir, I had a doubt in the
Yes, sure.
that in the last step of the third question, then we will require to compare the relative error and our calculated errors. So at that point of time, when we will use the true value of the root 5, then we up till what means up till which significant figures or digits we should use the root 5 value. Like it can go.
Yes. So you can use it up till you can find out it using that formula. That formula, 0.5 into 10 to the power 1 2 minus t.
Fine.
You
Thank
you
you,
have
sir.
you have tolerance value, and
Yeah.
you using that you can find out what significant digit you require.
Okay, sir. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
This
Sir, in that true error, we can also kind of take as many significant digits as we have, right? Because we have to go closest to the true value by calculating true error.
would better be close to that, uh, not go very far from it. You have to learn to write efficient programs, right? So once the error is fixed, so number of significant digits are placed in that. You are right in some sense, but uh, you need to understand this. Here it is not a problem in this particular question, but as you move on, you will like need to write efficient code. So you need to do what is asked only, not extra things you have to do, because that takes time. Computer needs time to process that. So to maintain that practice of efficiency from here itself, we'll do what is asked, not not will just not do just because negligence. So this question should come, and it should be properly addressed in that sense. Is that fine?
Yes.
Prakhar, you can mm, send like personal message to us on Teams. Okay. Prakhar, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. A personal message on Teams would be more than fine.
So anybody have any doubts now? Manshi, the meeting was for groups 1 and 3. If anyone does not have any doubt, we'll close the classes at 6:35 and you may leave then. So thank you guys for attending the class. I shall leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye everyone. Abhishek, you can stop the recording.